Planned Parenthood President Cecile Richards' own testimony before Congress this week may be the very thing that clears up a few myths about the agency believed as fact. You can go to our website to see the story analysis, 5 Planned Parenthood myths debunked by leaders' testimony. I also spoke with Concerned Women for America's Janae Stracke about the testimony and those myths. Janae, first of all, give me your observations on the Planned Parenthood funding hearings this week on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I thought it was very, very interesting. The point of the hearing was to get to the bottom of where our tax dollars are going, the money that is given to Planned Parenthood each year. And there were some really great and necessary questions asked to Ms. Richards. Representative Loomis at one point questioned her on the 3% abortion and asked, why is 86% of your revenue coming from abortions if that statistic is true? There is a whole list. In fact, I want to read a couple quotes here that I found very important, and I don't want to get them wrong. Mulvaney said, if we took 60 million away, you could still perform every single service that you gave last year. And It was things like that that make it so evident that Planned Parenthood doesn't need our tax dollars.
Amazing, amazing. And why do you think the mainstream media is not reporting the facts from the hearing or on Planned Parenthood?
You know, a lot of the mainstream media is very liberal. We all have biases. I have a bias, and the difference is that they have a platform, and I think a lot of them don't want the truth to get out there. I've even spoken with many people who just simply haven't watched the videos. They don't know what's going on with Planned Parenthood, and I think by not watching the videos, it's easier to deny the truth. It's easier to not acknowledge it, and I think that's exactly what the mainstream media is doing. They're simply trying to deny the truth by not sharing it.
Indeed. And what are the top 3 myths about Planned Parenthood that your organization and other pro-life groups would like to see debunked?
Yeah, you know, the first myth that comes to mind is mammograms. This has been talked about so much within the pro-life circle that you would think this is well known now, or it's common knowledge, but then you have Miss Tennessee on the stage of Miss America saying that they do perform mammograms. You've got them talking about it on The View, saying that they do perform mammograms. And in the hearing, Miss Richards said herself, they in fact do not perform mammograms, and they're not licensed to. In fact, if any Planned Parenthoods were performing mammograms, they would be acting illegally. The other thing that I think of is their 3% of abortion statistic. This has been debunked, and there are videos out there that show how they get that statistic. Really, for Planned Parenthood, it's a shell game. The way that they twist their numbers to make their percentages look the way that they want them to do. And really, the majority of what Planned Parenthood does is abortion, and that 3% is extremely misleading. The last thing that I think of is that many people in support of Planned Parenthood have said that without federal funding for Planned Parenthood, women do not have healthcare options, and this is also a myth. This is simply not true.
Indeed. Well, tell us about the alternatives that women have besides Planned Parenthood for health service. All of these organizations get funding like Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, so as I just mentioned, it's not true that women don't have options. And just Tuesday was the launch of a new website, which Concerned Women for America is proudly sponsoring. It's called getyourcare.org. And this is an interactive website to show women the options that they do have. There are over 1,300 federally qualified health clinics that offer even more comprehensive care to women than Planned Parenthood. And again, in the hearing on Tuesday, Ms. Richards also admitted this, that these clinics actually outnumber Planned Parenthood 20 to 1. And on average, they are within 5 miles of a Planned Parenthood. So there are many, many options out there for women, and we want to make sure that they know about them. So you can go to getyourcare.org and locate a number of clinics that are close to you, and these are low-cost, high-quality care clinics that are receiving federal funds. And what we would like to see is our tax dollars taken and given to clinics that are helping women, rather than Planned Parenthood, who is untrustworthy, and they've continued to prove that to us. Abortion is their #1 priority, and abortion is not health care.
Absolutely amazing. And that website again is getyourcare.org. Janae Stracke, thank you so much for your time.
Having me.
You're welcome.